Okay. Oh, all right. So 30's perspective, we're doing this was like what episode like 23. All right. But tonight, we got Charelle Unique and we got me, B Mike, and you know what? It's the day after election, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because
Still don't know anything. That
it's
was
a
a lot of
30's perspective, so we were consciously aware of things in terms of election day. We had what? What was it? All right. So here's what we lived through. Here's where we're at though. We're at George Bush when it was George Bush Senior, Bill Clinton, and Ross Perot, and we were there for the Bill Clinton thing, and we were there for uh, George Bush Senior and 9/11 that situation, and we did Barack Obama's, and now we're here,
we are here.
and
And we don't even know where here is.
we don't know what here is yet. That's where we're at, and we'll probably get to that. But honestly, like I've been on some other shit this week. Like, well, because I mean, Charelle knows, and I've been keeping up with this for a while. I was on Yang Gang for a little bit, and I've been following politics. But I'm telling you, yesterday I was in a jokey mood. Like I was like, you know what? Everyone who's already, because people have been debating, they're upset. Everyone who's going to do whatever vote, not vote, whoever they were backing was going to happen anyways. So I've been on that situation. So like we can talk about it; it'll come up. But I kind of want to like talk about other things that are happening.
I feel you. I feel you.
All right, Sherelle, what you got? Because I got some stuff. What you got? What you got? What you got going on this week that has given you a little glimpse of excitement that is not, dealing with number 45 versus Biden?
Well, I am back to working on my music, which that always makes me excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. We've been doing some stuff, so I'm good.
Yeah, we've been collabing for those who don't know on the music scene, and we have some things we're working on that I'm excited about. And I've written a few songs recently that I'm excited about. And I have some plans for those songs as well. And so I'm happy to be back on the scene doing that. I have a
Oh
gig
yeah.
coming up December 26th with Will Maker, All Stars Band, which is a band that was actually my very first band I was ever in, probably like 10 years ago, something like that. But we're coming back, and we have a gig on the 26th of December. I'll come back with more information on that.
All right, so y'all hear that? Y'all about to come with your new Christmas outfits. Be there.
It's not really a Christmas gig, but it's a Christmas.
It's not. It's after Christmas. Anything after Christmas don't count.
Yeah.
So, but you got your Christmas outfits though. I know y'all got your new socks and underwear. So be there.
Be there or be square. So I'm excited about what I have going on as that goes.
You know where that phrase come from?
No.
Sorry. Okay, this is just me being a little geek, a history geek.
Where does it come from?
The phrase of be there or be square is if you're square, you're not around. So if you're not around, you're not there. Yeah.
You're clever.
Me? I wasn't. I didn't come up with this. That's just what it is. If you're not around, then you're square, and that's what that is about. But,
all right, I'm here for that.
All right.
What are you excited about this week?
That's not related to that. Okay, so since we're on the topic of music, there's two things that has excited me this week musically, and one, I'm gonna start with this one. AC/DC has a brand new music video out.
Is it dope?
I mean, it's their normal thing. Like, I don't want to say it's dope by 2020 standards. It's
Mhm.
super dope by 80s standards. So AC/DC was big late 70s and definitely into the 80s. But most of those videos were kind of the same. There was like their music videos with them on stage performing the song, but there was no audience because they were making a music video. And it's the kind of same way. But the fact that they are old as fuck, um, and they got a brand new music video, brand new song, to me that's awesome. I mean, they are old. They are old people. And they are doing this new music video, and they are a historic, iconic element of the 80s, and they made a new song out. So I was excited about that. I'm an AC/DC fan. That's cool. But in terms of new music,
Do you know?
huh?
What's
It's
the song?
hold on. I just watched it again. It is called.
I don't know why I'm so yawny. I just took the longest nap.
It's called "Shot in the Dark."
Shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. That's what it's called. And then in terms of new music, I don't know if you watched. Did you watch her when she was on Saturday Night Live this past week?
I did. I had
Yes, we did. We did. We watched that.
it for me.
We did. So that's something else I'm excited about. You saw it, and I was like, I gotta check out more of her. I know I'm a little late. I respected her. Cool. Like she was doing an R&B thing, but like seeing it live, I was like, I gotta. And now I just want her, Janelle Monáe, and like Lizzo to like do something together.
I would take Lizzo out of that equation, but I'm with you.
Why would you take Lizzo out of the equation?
I like Lizzo's music. I don't like Lizzo, but I don't feel like Lizzo's music is on the same level as her and Janelle Monáe.
Okay. I get what you're saying. The reason why I say it's a little different is because Lizzo has changed her style of writing since her first couple albums. And she did that so that she could be where she's at now. So if you're inclined to watch the interview she has with David Letterman on Netflix, and she talks about learning to write less. And that is what gets pop together, because pop is simple. People like simple shit.
Yeah.
Right. So her older stuff.
Pop and their soul.
Yeah. See, but people
her older stuff is soul.
I got you. And I understand where she's coming at. And like the reason why I started listening to Lizzo like 3-4 years ago, before she hit the charts, before she got her 3 Grammys and all that stuff, is because she was doing more soulful stuff. She was doing stuff that was both soulful and gutter. It was like those two options. And I started listening to her back then before anyone knew who she was. And that's the Lizzo I want to do with Janelle and her. Like that Lizzo. Not the new Lizzo, but I understand why she's doing it though. She's doing it because she needs to be where she's at now. I got that. And I guarantee you, give it like a decade, she'll be back to that Lizzo, because that's her. Like, that's who she is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like who she is. I don't like her.
Now, is that because she's plus size positive?
I'm plus size. I shot at Lane Bryant, Torrid, Ashley Stewart, Femi in the plus size section.
So why don't you like? Is it the music or is something else?
No, I like her music. I don't like her personality.
What's wrong with the personality?
I think she's a little too thirsty. I don't like all of that. It's like, okay, we like you. Go sit down somewhere. She's doing like she to me is like an attention whore. I don't like all. It's too much for me.
Do you not feel that she has taken on a image conscious responsibility for plus size women?
No, I don't. I feel like there's a void she's trying to fill, and she's trying to mask it as confidence, but to me it looks like thirst and desperation for attention.
I think she was thrusted into that role. Um, like I want you to watch her interview and say whatever level man. I do want you to watch that, and I don't know
I'll
if it's
watch
going
it.
to
I may have
change
seen
anything.
it. I may have
It's
seen it. I'm not sure, but I'm like, that to me is not a sign of confidence. The stuff she does, the antics she does, is not to me a sign of confidence.
well, it may not be. It may not be a sign of confidence. She's been through a little bit. She's been through some stuff. It's
Mm.
not horrific. It's not ridiculously horrifically like but she's been through some stuff, and I overall I I see some flaws and some stuff, but overall I like the way she's providing a I want to say platform. I'm trying the right word for this because she's providing something for people to latch on to who are not supermodel size type of women.
Well, yeah, that's all good. No, I mean we're glad to see her be. I'm glad she's
Yeah,
one of the numbers, like in the
yeah,
number. I'm glad. I
right.
think she's talented. I think she's a very pretty girl. Um, and like I said, I like her music. I even sing her music.
There we go.
Yeah, so I perform some of her songs, but I don't like her, the person so far who I'm
But like
seeing.
without her right now, I don't think like did you watch Tabria Majors her do the Beyonce thing this week?
Mm-mm.
All right, so Tabria is a plus size model. Like you say you shop at Lane Bryant and stuff. I'm sure you've seen her somewhere
Probably.
because like that's what she did. Like that's what she does. And she's been gaining like some traction. Got her cute face and all that. Gained some traction. And like so what she did was she reenacted a bunch of Beyonce stuff. Like really well done. Like she really did. Like whoever sponsors it, whoever paid for it, really went out for it. She did all Beyonce stuff, but she's a plus size model, and she killed it. She did it. She did it. She did it right. It happened, and I want to say that even if she's part of that movement, like Lizzo kind of made sure that she couldn't be ignored for doing that. And even though people said a lot of shit, and even she shut down her Twitter and Instagram for a few days at a time sometimes because of the negative messages she was getting.
Negative.
Yeah, and but she would pop back up like I'm still doing this. And even with the exercise thing, man, she was up there exercising. People were like, "What you exercising for? I thought you were supposed to be big." She's like, "I'm exercising to be active and stay healthy, and I'm not trying to be the body size you want me to be. I'm trying to be the body size I want to be." So
Yeah, and that's annoying too. Like when somebody decides to lose some weight, now they gotta answer to you and answer all these questions, and you supposed to. It's just like shut up.
and then it's like, are you sick? Why are
Yeah,
you
like
getting
it's
skinny? You must
annoying.
be sick. Right.
But what was really annoying is if you don't like what she does, if you're not into her, people think it's automatically because she's a big girl and you wouldn't have a problem with it if it was a small girl doing it, or because she's plus size. And that really got on my nerves because I'm plus size too. I don't look as plus size as she is, but I'm still a size 16, 18. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, of course, I know. According to that BMI chart, that's bullshit. That BMI chart, we're all like morbidly obese and gonna die.
right, right. So
I hate that
I'm
chart.
like, when
So
people would say
stupid.
that to me, I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
that's not it.
No, not at all, man.
That's not it. I don't have to enjoy you twerking on the counter at Chick-fil-A.
Yes, you do.
I think it's gross.
All right, so when do you feel twerking is tasteful and well done?
I like to twerk, so let me make sure I'm clear on that.
All right, everybody, she likes to twerk.
I can dance and I can twerk and I like to twerk. So let me just make sure I place that out there. I
So
feel
where
like
is the artistic twerking happening?
I feel like it's appropriate when you are at a party, at a club, you're hanging with your friends, it's ladies' night, you're just doing it for fun, and I don't know what words how I want to word it, but
you know what? You don't think club Chick-fil-A?
Twerking should occur near food.
What?
Or at a restaurant. I don't think. I think twerking could also be in the privacy of your home if you want, with your man if you want. But I don't think you should be twerking at a basketball game, family-friendly event in the middle of with your butt cheeks out in front of a bunch of kids. I just think that's wrong. It's time and place for that. It's time and place for it. I don't want you twerking near my food at Chick-fil-A.
She wasn't like twerking on the grill, like.
It's booty essence. Let me tell you something.
What?
So I creep on my kids at work, right? I've been going like on their social media pages and stuff to see what the heck they're posting and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And one of my kids, she used to work at McDonald's. I went through her videos, right? She's sitting on the counter, fingering through her weave, going live. She has one glove on, and she's propping the camera up, serving the food with one glove. The other glove, she's fingering through her hair. She's passing food through the drive-through window. She's twerking every now and then. She goes back to the back to get a case of fries. And she has the one glove on, one glove off. She puts her hands on the water cooler thingies, what are they called? The
I don't know. I never worked in fast food. I don't know.
Yeah, she had her hands up on the thing, one glove on, one glove off, like in the camera in the back of McDonald's.
One, that's McDonald's. Two.
I don't care where it's at.
I do.
It's wrong.
Yeah, but that's because she's like the hair and the no glove, and not because there's not like twerking like shrapnel, like just ass juices flying off your butt onto the burger.
It's booty essence. In the
booty
air.
Essence.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel we should write a song now called Booty Essence. And that should be a thing.
Your booty essence.
Hey, we could do that. That could happen. Make that song called Booty Essence.
When you sit on a seat and it's warm already, after somebody gets up, that's booty essence.
I guess that qualifies as booty essence. All right.
Booty essence.
Yeah. All right. So no twerking in the Chick-fil-A's and McDonald's and freckle bitches. All right.
No, not around my food. Not on no food counters. Not at the grocery store. No.
No twerking and freckle bitches. Okay.
No, in public, no family-friendly public places. Not at church.
Before someone gets mad at me saying freckle bitches, that's a video game reference for Saints Row, where they couldn't use real logos and real names, and they made this Wendy's-looking fast food places and call it freckle bitches. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, but
Okay. Alright. So you like Lizzo's music, but not her as a person. I still want you to watch the interview. I don't know if I'm changing your mind. I appreciate the fact that she's a real musician. She does play the flute as well as other instruments. That's cool.
Excellent at writing songs.
That too.
The stuff I've heard so far, I like her voice a lot. She has a very pretty face.
So I don't care if she twerks at, Chick-fil-A. But all right, so I did watch it this week. That actually is a pretty good series with David Letterman. It's like David Letterman interviews guests, and this is his second season he's done it. Like the first season, had like Barack Obama and like a couple other people. This season is awesome because not only does he have Lizzo, but he also has
Dave Chappelle and Kim Kardashian.
Yep, Dave Chappelle, Kim Kardashian, Robert Downey Jr. Zach Galifianakis. Like it's a good season.
Yeah. I like that. I like the show so far.
Yeah, it's worth watching, man.
Speaking of music, because we were talking about music, there's some artists I like that have albums out. Like Molly Music just put a new album out. I love Molly Music. Let me see. T.I. just put a new album out. I haven't finished listening to it. He's not a new artist, but he just put an album out.
It's new music. And then, and I knew when Busta was fucking with him and trying to start some shit, I'm like, this sounds publicity. Right. Because then Busta, like a week later, drops his album.
Yeah.
Which was it was good. Him and Kendrick Lamar made something. Him and Anderson .Paak made something.
I'm in the process of listening to his album. Who else? I listened to Dej Loaf's album. Dej Loaf for me is like real hit or miss. Like I either like
super hit or miss. Yeah, it's super hit or miss.
You know what new artist I really like? Doja Cat.
I like Doja.
I like Doja. Everything she puts out so far, other than Moo, but Moo was quite clever. I won't even hate on Moo.
Yeah, right. Like it's one of the situations
so far that she puts out. I like. I don't.
As senior millennials, we're not supposed to like it, but
I know.
Like I do.
I didn't like Tia and Tamara, but then I saw the video, and the video is super dope because it got all the '90s references in it. She's hard.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to like her. But yeah,
she's beautiful. She's body goals. I like how she dresses. She's silly. I like her.
Yeah, see, and that's cool. Right. And that works. Oh,
Doja. So, yeah. If you ever watched it.
Yeah, Doja watches this, that'd be excellent, but probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Doja's not in her 30s, so she couldn't.
She's not allowed to watch it. Fuck you, Doja. You can't watch this.
I like Meg. I like Meg the Stallion. And I like Cardi.
So what you think gonna happen, man, with Meg and Cardi B? Because they can't last forever.
Well, I see Cardi stepping out into other arenas. That's one thing I like about Cardi.
Like what?
Like if you're going to be doing that, like she's sitting down with politicians. I mean, I'm not into politics, but she's sitting down with politicians. She's starting to do commercials. She's stepping out in other arenas. She's getting her feet wet in other areas.
I don't see her crossing over to acting though. Like doing commercials.
I ain't saying that, but I just see her dibbling and dabbling in other things, and it's not all but out twerking with her. I see her trying to do other things. Now, Megan,
but what's the longevity though? Because I mean, even MC, what's the longevity for her? Because even MC Hammer did popcorn chicken commercials for KFC and was meeting with people and doing stuff, and it didn't last.
Well,
Where's Cardi gonna go?
I don't know yet because this is a new age and a new era where the social media kid makes it. So we don't know what that looks like in the end. Like for instance, back in the day, they didn't have Unsung where you could we have Unsung. We could watch all those old groups, Motown, all those old groups, you know, from back in the day. We could see the patterns of how they did not what they did and the few key elements that caused, you know, that led to their demise. We can watch that and see it, and we
Yeah,
can
we had the
shape
issue
our
Hollywood stories and
yeah,
the
we can shape
VH1
our
behind the music.
they didn't have that to watch. They didn't have no references to see how drugs ended this
They didn't.
group or how this ended you know, they don't have that. So I feel like this is a whole new era where we don't know where it ends because we've never had social media stars make it.
Yeah, we didn't. But then again, you know, it's
And
yes
they're
and
not
no.
behind no
So
machine. Push like the machine. There is a machine, but they
it's
made
always
it
been a
without the
machine.
machine, really.
But all right. Well, kinda. So the machine for them now is social media. We know this. Whether YouTube or TikToks and even though I don't even like Reels, but Reels is a new thing. Um, and it's not very much different than video killing a radio star. So when music videos came out, 70s, 80s, especially the 80s, MTV popped up. That was the new thing. That was the MTV was the hip hop YouTube of Generation X. That was their thing, but the storyline kind of is the same though. Like the cycle of musicians, drug abuse, and fame and fortune and stardom, kind of is in the same cycle. I don't know what's, and even if now we look at this. Think about this. Think about the mumble rappers that are no longer around. It's kind of similar to when we were kids and like the 2000 the crunk artists are no longer around. The people that didn't survive the 2000s. Yeah,
I
Mike
don't really
Jones.
think the mumble rappers are gone, personally.
All right. You say that. I think they're going out though, because we're talking. All right, in terms of mumble,
It
we're
could
talking about
be.
like 5-6 years ago when like Designer and Fetty Wap and all like boom, that was like mumble rap. And I know me and you talked about it. What's rap called now? What's hip hop's like subgenre right now? It ain't to me. It's not mumble rap anymore.
Trap.
That's is it trap? Is it trap though? Because trap was part of like before mumble rap. Mumble rap like led into
I
trap
think
led into
trap
mumble
is
rap.
still a thing.
All right, and it might be considered still trap, but I feel like it's going to shift into something else in the next 2-3 years. It's gonna be something else. And
Well, we gotta have a name for like WAP rap.
there you go. WAP rap. That's what it's gonna be. We're gonna call it WAP rap.
So that's already a thing. WAP rap.
WAP rap. That's what it's gonna be. We're gonna do that because it's what it is. But the cycle happens and then people disappear and they're gone. And that's like kind
WAP
of want to
rap
figure
though
out
hasn't gone anywhere. We
who
had
hasn't gone anywhere.
WAP rap. It hasn't gone anywhere. Lil Kim, Foxy Brown. We had
Ah,
Kaya. We had Trina. We got
um.
Nicki. We got Cardi. We got Megan.
Okay. Okay. If you want to put that in there, just I guess raunchy hip hop that was made by women. We're gonna call it WAP rap.
Those
All
who are
right.
just only promoting sex in their body and whatever
How many
how
licks
you
is
want it to
wholesome
be,
lyrics?
huh?
So how many licks is wholesome lyrics? Okay.
I mean, to each his own.
No, it's not wholesome lyrics. And the
Pop
fact
rap
that
definitely has its place.
yeah. That to me, it's weird. The people that oppose, I guess, WAP rap, the people that are upset by it, and I feel it's generational, and I feel like that's the part that gets me upset. It's not that it's being made. It's always being made. It's the
People
hypocrites.
are allowed to not like stuff. That's what gets on my nerves. Like, you're allowed to say, I don't like this. You're allowed
All
to
right,
be like, this ain't my thing. I wish this wasn't here or made.
I got that part. I got my thing too, but I guess the hypocritical part is the people that will they'll as people our age, well they'll say, "Oh man, Uchiwali's my jam," and then be like, "Man, WAP is ridiculous." Ugh. Really? The people that do that, the people that are like, they're all about my neck, my back. They're all about Adina Howard, freak like me. They're singing all the lyrics and stuff, but then when something like WAP comes out and they're like, "Oh, this is horrible. This should never be made. This is a bad influence. This is blah blah blah." Like
But
that.
you gotta
That.
remember that when that stuff came out, we were much younger. We were in a different headspace. Some of
But
us were teenagers,
okay,
whatever. Like, you were in a different space then. So now
you're in a different space.
you're
So
in a
then,
different space. You might not like it, or you might not think that stuff should have been out, or you might not be proud of singing that stuff.
okay, but you can't sing along with Uchiwali, but then be upset about WAP. Like,
You can't be actively doing it right now. And I don't personally think that people are upset about WAP specifically. Like, they've never heard these songs. I think what it is the oversaturation. It's these young girls. This is all they're seeing. There's no other there's no balance of any other kind of thing, any other style. Is all, look at my vagina, let's have sex. I'm the best at having sex,
okay,
and I get money for having sex. Like, this is
uh,
the only like message. Like, back then we had Uchiwali, we had Kaya, My Neck, My Back. We had it, but we also had other songs.
yeah,
We had
okay. So
Missy
that's the
Elliott, I Can't
argument
Stand
being
the
made.
Rain. We
You're right.
had Queen Latifah, Who You Calling Up, we
Right, which
had,
is what I mean, we talked about this before, where I was like, all right, where are the Queen Latifahs and the Raw Diggers and the MC Lights of today? Where are they at now? Had a conversation, and I guess that's and then the next argument being made, and that's where I guess the complaint should be, where's the alternative? Because that wow,
because
WAP rap.
WAP is just the scapegoat for what the bigger problem is.
Yeah, but it's been there. Like when we were kids, it was Uncle Luke and Two Live Crew, and it was Rex and Effects with the Rump Shaker, and we had our R. Kellys, and we had all the sexual stuff. It was there. It's been there.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I don't think that that's the problem. We know it's been there.
But they're not attacking it. People are like, man, they shouldn't have made that. The Cardi B and Megan, they should.
Because it's the scapegoat.
I got you, but like they're not talking
So
about the fact that
we'll get
the
mad at this.
alternative is not.
We're really upset with this because we can't formulate or articulate it any deeper.
We should. I can definitely talk about it because the Uncle Luke's and the Two Live Crew. Uncle Luke is literally responsible for the design of the parental advisory sticker.
I think too, there's an agenda being pushed these days, and there's a reason why the Rhapsody don't really get played, and there's a reason why these other genres aren't being played on the radio, and I think it's more than just the money.
Well, okay.
There was some interview. Who was it? Busy Bone? Did you see that interview?
Which Busy Bone interview you talking about?
I don't know.
It is before or after the Devil Worship with Bone Thugs?
one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony members. He did a radio show, and he's talking about how somebody he knew was sitting in a room with a bunch of music execs and a bunch of higher up individuals. It was supposed to be discreet. It was supposed to be kept quiet, but they literally came up with an agenda for radio, for the music that's put out. They wanted to really cash out on, you know, sex, drugs, gang violence, you know, all that stuff. They want
the stuff that people crave.
Yeah, they really
like their carnal craving.
And they really play into those things.
I got you. All right. Before you continue, quick 90s quiz. Can you name all the members of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
No. Busy, lazy, crazy. Wishbone.
There we go. You got one more. There's one more.
Lazy Bone.
You said busy, lazy, crazy, and wish. Fun fact, open for busy. Not busy, crazy, sorry. Open for crazy. Anyways, what's that last one?
Bone, 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 bone.
You can sing it all you want. You're not going to get the last word. One more. I got you. One more. 90s millennial. See millennial. That was Wish. Wish misses Uncle Charles.
Wishbone. Crazy Bone. I said busy bone.
You said busy, lazy, crazy, and wish. There's one more. Hey, whenever you give up, let me know.
Okay.
Where's my Jeopardy button? I need a Jeopardy button and we're going to go just play this.
No, we don't.
Because occasionally there's hip hop questions on Jeopardy. I remember when there was Alex Trebek was asking about rap music. There was new rap music, and Designer came up, and Alex Trebek had to do the chorus of Panda.
I need a multiple choice.
No, not multiple choice.
I need a multiple choice, and I need to phone a friend.
Who you on phone? Who would be your Bone Thugs and Harmony like connoisseur that you like? I know you know it, or she knows it.
You know I'm from Akron and they're from Cleveland.
You're right. So you think they got it? All right, you need to phone with me. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
No, I need multiple choice.
I come on multiple choice. See, I come on. All right. All right. So you did crazy, lazy,
busy,
and wish. All right. We're gonna do
chicken bone.
Right, that'll be part of it. We're gonna do chicken bone, back to the bone, flesh and bone, and yeah, there we go, turkey bone. I don't know.
Chicken bone, turkey bone, flesh and bone, and who else?
And we're gonna do what was the last one you said? I don't know. He's in the mix though. Those are those three.
Flesh and bone.
Yes, it's flesh and bone. That's what I want to do.
Final answer.
Too easy. See, now I feel like I need to ask you another 90s question. Like, name all the Spice Girls.
Can't name them. Crazy Spice, Lazy Spice.
What the hell? He was like, oh, Paprika Spice.
Listen, Wish
There was
Spice, Flesh
oregano
Spice.
Spice. You can't name all the Spice Girls. You're a 90s kid. You can't name all the Spice Girls. They were everywhere.
We got Lazy Spice.
Damn.
We got Crazy Spice.
You know one. I know you know at least one of them because she black. Everyone knows the black one.
Stomp your body down and wind these all around. Hey.
Yes, here we go. See, you know the words. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right. All right, 90s quiz. I asked you about the Spice Girls, but you didn't have nobody.
Posh Spice.
You Googled
Lazy
it.
Spice. No, I didn't. Crazy Spice. Flesh and Spice.
Oh, Flesh and Spice. Okay. What kind of senior millennial are you? No, I actually want to ask you, like, so, like, when you were a kid in
Black Pepper Spice.
Black Pepper Spice. Okay. When you were a kid in the 90s, what media input did you have? Well, we're talking about around the time, like, the Macarena was out. We're talking about, you know, that time. Like, we're talking about 1995, 96, 97. Like, were you into media? Were you into music heavily? Were you, you know?
I was heavily into music. I was into media to a certain degree.
So were you watching BET? Were you listening to the radio?
I was watching a little bit of BT. I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of BT. I was watching a lot of
VH1,
Brandy, whatever station she was on.
All right, teach me something new, because I want to ask a question, because I know you grew up in Akron. What was, like, the hot radio stations in Akron? Like, if you wanted to catch the new stuff in the 90s in Akron, what was the stations?
So Z88, and actually my mom was a radio personality for a little bit.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
She worked on Z88 station.
Now, what time slot did she have?
I think just one.
In the morning?
Maybe two.
What, like, was she the
I don't remember what time it was, to be honest.
Okay. So that tells a lot. That tells a lot about you as a DJ, whether you got the 6 to 10 or you got the lunch shift from 10 to 2.
She wasn't like on the most popularist, but she was a radio personality on Z88 for some time. We used to get like tickets to SeaWorld all the time from the radio station. Is there
a SeaWorld in Ohio? Where's the SeaWorld in Ohio?
Yeah, we used to go to Geauga Lake and SeaWorld.
Oh, Geauga Lake. I forgot all about Geauga Lake. Oh, yeah. Man.
We used to go to those places all the time.
That's what's up, though. I'm wondering because if you got like if you got the 6 to 10 or you got the evening spot from the 2 to 6 or even the 6 to 10, you was cool. But like if you had like the 2 to 6 a.m. like that was like you just got out of college. And they needed someone.
I was very young. I was a kid, so I'm not really sure what time she had, but
That's what's up, though.
She interviewed Janae.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I would definitely sit down and talk to your mom, yo. That's something I haven't got into a whole. I mean, of course, the whole game has changed, but that's still some stories to tell. It's not what it was, but that you know what? That's a real cool thing. Like that's something I don't have at all. So I'm glad you got a mom as a radio person. That's awesome. Does she have like a DJ name?
Star, I think.
DJ Star.
I think it's DJ Star. My mom is it's DJ Carlise Raquel, I think. Her stage name now is Star. My mom is a professional singer and actress, and she does makeup.
You never told me this.
I don't know. It just never came up. She does hair and makeup, and yeah, she does all.
Mom, professional performer, radio personality. She's a singer and an actress. And you're like,
I think is it Meet the Browns? He's a real light-skinned dude. His name is Anthony Dalton. He's one of the newer characters on the Tyler Perry show. He's light-skinned. His name is Anthony Dalton on Tyler Perry show.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to look him up, make sure I know I'm talking about the right person.
Yeah, light-skinned, six-pack, all of that. He actually used to go to University of Akron, and he played I think he played the son in Fences, and my mom was the main character, like the wife in Fences. I believe he was, if I'm not mistaken, he may have been the son. I might be mistaken on that, but I know
about that guy.
Yes, he's in Meet the Browns. One of them shows. Check and see on Google which character he played on which Tyler Perry show. Prior to that, he was.
You told me it was that guy, and like apparently he got a six-pack, so I guess that's him.
Just type in Anthony Dalton Tyler Perry. See which show he's on. I want to make sure I'm representing correctly. Anyway, prior to this, when he was still in college, he was going to Akron U, and my mom was going to Akron U, and they both were in Fences together. And my mom played the wife, who's one of the main characters in Fences.
All right, Anthony Dalton the second.
Yeah, so she was in, and Anthony may have played either like a neighbor or the son. I can't fully remember. We have a picture of him in the play with my mom, and like she was the wardrobe in Beauty and the Beast. She played in Aida. She
like the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Just regular play, like.
On the stage. I'm thinking,
on the
okay.
stage. Yeah.
Man, see, she getting rolled. I need to be like her, yo. I get in shit on accident. I'm an accidental extra.
You are very animated. I don't see why. Is it that you're not auditioning?
I'm not. So I'm not auditioning. I should. I'm not auditioning.
You feel like you could get it a role.
Oh, I could probably, if I audition, I could probably do it, definitely. But I get accidental extra roles because I'll be somewhere and they'll be shooting something, and I'll be like, hey, what they doing over there? And I'll go over there, like, oh, what's happening? And they're like, we're shooting a thing. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to stand here for a while. And so I've been an extra in things on accident just because I was in that place at that time. In fact, right now, the latest thing I was in extra and on accident was that American Pickle movie with Seth Rogen.
American Pickle?
Yes. So it's on, I know it's on HBO right now.
That's pretty cool.
And I haven't watched it yet. I should, because I don't know if I'm actually in it. But it was shot in Lawrenceville, and I was down there taking care of some other business. And I'm like, yo, what y'all doing? And I was talking to the extra, like, we're shooting the movie. Like, Seth Rogen's right there. I'm like, oh, shit. And, like, Seth Rogen was, like, right there. He was, like, 50 feet away. I'm like, oh, okay. And, like, I just sat down on, like one of the, like, the chairs and tables that was, like, a local restaurant or some shit. I just sat there. And the guy came over that was, like, you know, part of the crew, like, hey, you can sit here and be in this as long as you're not taking no pictures. You're cool. I'm like, all right. Laugh my ass off. I'm like, cool. I'll sit here and not take no pictures. And like, yeah.
Away, huh?
All right, I sat in the, so I was in that, and then John Leguizamo was downtown doing something. That was years ago. And I remember this part because I at the time, I was like, I must have been like, I don't know, 20, 19. I was like 19, 20, somewhere in there. And at the time, I was working for Lids in the mall. And I had access to all these fitteds, like, you know, all these fitteds all the time, like this one. But that one was really, like, bright looking. It was this pearl and gold looking. It was bright as fuck. It was. And I was there. I'm like, you know, I'm walking. I'm like, what y'all doing? There's a big ass crowd. And I remember one of the directors or assistants or somebody came up to me and said, hey, look, you got to take that hat off. Because apparently it was like distracting in the background. I'm like, all right. So I got to see John Leguizamo fuck his lines up in person.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
It's cool. So even though I wasn't getting paid, there's people, I felt bad for them. Because I was standing there just out of the love of the art and love of the, you know, cool, I'm in a TV show. Because it was a pilot that was being shown. It was a pilot. Never got picked up. They shot one episode. It was downtown in front of the PPG building. It was like 3rd Avenue. And they had been there all day. And I was at the very end of it. And I was frustrated for them because I had only been standing there maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And John Leguizamo was coming out. And he was fucking his lines up, missing his mark that day. And I love that dude. I think he's a great performer, great actor, great comedian. I support all the stuff he does. It's great. But that day, I learned his lines standing there on accident where I'm like, I'm like mouthing along with it, like, he was like, Melon, you missed it? How'd you forget? Like, I know I just got here. And like, he missed his whole thing.
To him?
No, I didn't say it out loud. I wasn't close to say it to him. I definitely said it to some extras, like, yo, I know his lines already. I just got here. And they're looking at me like, you've been here for like 7 hours. Like, we get, like, it's like, all right, I learned your lines standing here for an hour.
Is
and
that
you still have a problem.
Acting goes?
So, I gotta say yes.
You really could really be an actor. Like, you're tall, you're nice looking, you're real animated. Like,
I do.
Really could really be an actor. I could really see you doing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely could. Normally I end up behind the scenes. So, I mean, I've done things behind the scenes since I was 10. So since elementary school, when we do our production, I was always about being behind the scenes, working the lights, working whatever. And through like high school and beyond, it's been behind the scenes. If I could definitely do, I would definitely be a friend. Now, before it was I felt safer behind the scenes when I was, 9 years old. But like now, I'd be up front.
I was in a play and I was the lead actress. So now, wait a minute. I played in Cinderella as a kid.
What was your role in Cinderella?
I think I was a stepsister, but I was like a kid. I was a stepsister.
Okay.
And you know, there was a few church plays or whatever. But then once I moved here, I was the lead character in this play called The Day the Devil Died.
Oh
And
man.
this dude was like trying to
Sounds
holler at
intense.
me. This dude was trying to holler at me. And he hollered at me. We watched a movie together and then we had sex. And then I
Hey,
see
what?
him much later. Like he tells me he hadn't been with anybody in 10 years. And I see him later hugged up with somebody and it's a man. And he's like, I was like, you said you hadn't been with anybody in 10 years. And he's like, I said I ain't been with a woman in 10 years.
He's like, correction. Oh, wait, all right. So here's the question. All right. I got a question for you in that regard. All right, how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel better or worse?
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. So The Day the Devil Died, lead character, lead actress. I love that. Like I had such a good time and I really love to act. I hate rehearsals. I hate acting rehearsals. I love singing
Why?
rehearsals. I hate waiting. I learn lines and lyrics very quickly and I hate waiting on
Other
others.
people?
It drives me crazy.
You want to get past that.
I know, and I'll thug it out for the role, for certain roles. But like I enjoy acting, I enjoy entertaining, and I really just enjoy entertaining. But it's that part of it, just waiting, redoing, waiting all day. Like
I can relate.
yeah, I want it very timed. Like even when I do my music rehearsals, I really try to stick to the time I say it's going to be and the time it's going to end. I don't like wasting people's time. So like that's part. I feel like sometimes those days is kind of like a waste of my time.
I can relate to you all the way. I'll see that in a moment. Continue.
So after I did that play, I actually was lead actress in Mama I Want to Sing. So I sung at a gospel extravaganza. I would sing it all the time. Apparently, this lady did Mama I Want to Sing 10 years prior, and it was the 10-year anniversary, and they wanted to redo it. And she asked me to be the lead character as Doris Troy, the woman who sung Just One Look. I played her, and this was a very, very popular play way back in the day, and that was a lot of fun to do. But now, to answer your question, you said, does it make me feel like what?
Is it better or worse that he said, I haven't had sex with a woman in a long time?
It was worse. It's worse.
Made you feel worse?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
In one hand, it's slightly flattering that I'm the woman that you chose.
that's what I'm saying, though.
But unless I give you masculine qualities that make you think what you really enjoy doing.
Okay, you took it way too far. All right, I get what you're saying. You're like, so I'm like a man? No. Okay, all right, but all right. For your sanity, I need you to feel like normally he would say no, but he said yes to you.
I don't, thank God, have never been in this situation. It would take me years to come to that position on it.
Well, hopefully it's the like. All right, so think about this though, right? So yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Like, oh man, normally you prefer this, and do you fit in the category that he's used to? No. Um, and I say this because if vagina is not his preference, but he connected with you either personally and or physically, probably personally, connected with you in a way where he wanted to engage in that experience with you. That's a positive thing. Like,
It's a manipulative thing.
all right, you felt manipulated?
Yeah, because in this particular place, she didn't know that that's what he was doing. It would be different if she knew and then she made the choice. He stripped her of her choice.
Okay, but well, think about this though. This is just me playing devil's advocate. If he had been honest